Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, family. Good morning. Patricia in the building. Good morning to everybody. It's election day, family. Rock on, come in right now. We're gonna talk. Third term, September 3rd. Show our labor rights. Forward.
One political party has campaigned on its achievements.
Check in, let me know who's there right now.
Like the lowest crime and unemployment rate ever in Jamaica's history, the largest number of healthcare centers and police stations rebuilt, greater access to resources for farmers and fishers, and more water in the pipes of communities.
Forward, family, let me know who's there right now. Good morning, early risers. Michael, big up yourself, man. You understand me? Who is this? Joyer. Joyer, big up yourself.
Introduce a rural school bus system.
It's election day, family.
Rural communities
Big day.
to school with safe and reliable transportation. They've proposed changes to the NHT so that we don't just have to buy the home we can afford today, but in 5 years, we can sell it and buy the home of our dreams. The other political party has campaigned on jokes, gimmicks, and have no clear plans for how they will change the lives of Jamaicans.
Pamela, big
they
up.
expect you to vote for them simply because you've done it before, simply because your parents have done it before. We know better now, and we must choose better.
Jamaica, put your head beside the bed. Jamaica Labour Party.
1 p.m.
When you go down at the polling station, you feel vote Labour. Put the X beside the bell. Make sure you remember. And to going whop them one by one. Labour going whop them 2 by 2. Your curvy friend whop them 3 by 3.
Showa. Good morning and big up to everybody. Welcome to the Steady Show. Alright, family, what an important day for all Jamaicans, whether you are in Jamaica or abroad, whether you will be voting today or not, but especially for those who will be voting. We want to say big up to all the voters out there. Big up to all the voters who will be voting for the Jamaica Labour Party. Big up to the PNP who will be voting for the JLP because they have decided that choosing Jamaica and the welfare of their family members and friends, it's much more important than party color, than just, dirty labor rights or anything like that. But you're voting for a safer Jamaica, a better Jamaica, a Jamaica that is more economically prosperous. The most prosperous we've ever been in Jamaica is under this administration right here. And so for that, we want to big up to the PNP that will be voting for the JLP. Big up to the ones who will not be voting because they know that the PNP, they don't deserve their vote. Big up to them too. Big up to the young people. Big up to the undecided. Big up to the patriots who will be voting for the JLP. Family, it's election day in Jamaica, and big up to, somebody said, big up to Karen Cross, who will be voting for the PM today. Thank you very much. Thank you for that reminder. This is Pamela. Thank you for this reminder. Laurie, big up yourself. Big up to everybody. So I know it's a busy day, and some people are getting ready right now. Some people are on their way to their polling station. So if you're listening to this in your car or whatever, if you're a passenger in a car on your way to the polling station right now, you can check in and let me know that we're on our way. We're going to get it done today. It's very, very important, family. So I just played that intro a while ago. I'll forward back to it. You understand me? But I'm going to play a number of videos today. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. I have a number of videos that I want to play today. I'm going to see if this is the second one. By the way, let's just get into it because time is going to be very crucial this morning. I have a message from Mr. Vegas that I want to play for those who decide that they're going to fly down today. You understand?
Europe.
Or who fly
I
down?
see some bag of people are flying. I said them come down for vote for the first time. We say welcome back to Jamaica. But I want someone to remember why we run in the first place and why we never come here for so long. We say someone say we come for vote because time come. When you say Andrew is corrupt, so time come for you come vote him out. And then you catch back a flight and cut after you vote. Welcome. But when you're going to the voting booth there, you want to remember something. When you did that runner from Jamaica, everybody did that worry about crime and violence. The reason why we never come back to Jamaica a long time, because we did that worry about crime and violence. We used to say we're afraid to come to Jamaica. But now I'm happy to see when you can just fly in and want to feel safe because that's what it's all about. But when you're going to that voting booth there, I want to remember which administration make you can come and feel so safe.
Thanks, Cindy.
To exercise on a right to vote. You have a right to vote, you don't want to vote for. But just remember when you come and talk about time come, remember so you did the run, we're afraid to come back here. You see? Remember so you never want to come back to Jamaica. After you vote, you're not going to leave. Remember, say, Mark Golden is not about peace, and he's not about love, and he's not about togetherness. Just remember that. Remember them seeds that we sow. The seeds that we sow will germinate, will grow. So you may not come back to Jamaica for a next long time after you leave. Just remember that. Just remember the Jamaica where you come see now where you can go up and down and run up and down and wear your color where you want, wear and nobody no trouble you. Just remember, I know so it did stay when you leave here somehow. Especially Uno, where I talk about time come for Uno come vote out and Jonas. Just remember that. So when you are going to a voting booth tomorrow, vote with your conscience. Let your conscience be your guide. You know, some people love them politics. People love them politics and people love them party. Can't stop that because some people are dieting. But for you, when you come here a long time, and I come now about time come, vote with your conscience. And make certain when you don't vote, and if Mark Golden win, your conscience will be your guide. Yes, I.
Big up to Mr. Vegas for that message. My brethren Dale T, how you doing this morning? Big up to everybody that's watching. Carlos Blake in the building. Cindy Kidd in the building. So, you think about it. Yes, man, I know Abu Dhabi locked in today. I love that, my brethren. You understand me? Real brethren Dale T. Oh, family, listen. Mr. Vegas is talking the truth. You know, there are people, them take the flight and them fly down and them say time come. And we remember that Mark Golding and a whole bag of them, they decided to go overseas and they stage all kind of protests for political purposes, but it really didn't work. The same Mr. Vegas was the one who went to Washington and gave Rattigan a very hard time. Since that Rattigan thing shibbled down, Rattigan turning a while like a rat after that. By the time them reach at them Canada conference, everything popped down because them turn upon their one another over money and so on. That's what Dr. Andrew Holness, that's what it means when he said no weapon that is formed against him shall prosper. So, but today is the day of decision, family. And there is a lot for the Jamaican family to vote on. By the way, somebody checked in the chat a while ago and say, I'm on my way to the polling station. I want to say big up to that person. I'm going to, and anybody else that is there, you understand me? Let me know if you're on your way to the polling station. Thank you so much, Geneva. Geneva is saying, remind the people to go out and vote early. That's going to be very, very important. Go out and vote early, folks. As Montague say, vote by 12:59 because we know that their biggest fear is 1 p.m. And we know that by the last vote is counted, we will still be saying 1 p.m. So, but right now, we know that what matters most today, you understand me, are the votes that go in. I was listening to, who was it? Cliff Hughes. And I'm learning that PNP members or whoever they are, supporters are calling the cell phone numbers of various constituencies in which the JLP is holding that seat, especially in constituencies that PNP held for a long time, calling the constituencies, calling people's phone numbers, telling people to stay home. So one of the first messages that we can send out on the show is that do not stay home. If you receive such a call, don't stay home. If the PNP them forward and they decide they want to buy your vote, don't sell your vote to them. Because the little money that they're going to give you for your vote, it cannot make up for the 5 years of sufferation that you would experience under the PNP, just like it's always been. Let me look at whoever else. If you have any messages that you want to send out to those voting today, you can go ahead and you can do that. Somebody say, how many banks did they get rid of in the 90s under the PNP? Just yesterday, I was having a conversation with somebody that was FinSacked and who was telling me the stories that we will be hearing more. So just understand that life under PNP government is not the same as life under JLP government. It's very, very different. By the way, I want to say big up to those who will be voting for the very first time in this election. Big up to yourself. I want to give a special shout out to the ladies who will be going out in record numbers to vote for Dr. Andrew Holness. Big up to the ladies. You know, it's very easy that when you're not the one who's going out to vote and you can just turn on your phone and you have a conversation, sometimes it's so easy to forget the people who will be going out, taking time off work in some cases, standing in long lines, We often forget those who will be, going through the roadblocks and the traffic and the sun hot and everything just to make sure that they get their ballots in the box. I want to say, enough respect. Show a labor rights. And that goes for, any PNP that decide that for the PNP staying home, just sit this one out. If you can't vote JLP, you can sit it out. You understand what I say to you? Very, very important, family. And we want to remind the people, there's this message that I picked up on Facebook today. I want to remind the people. Remember what Dr. Andrew Holness said to Mark Golding? He said, it's the choices that you make. That is what makes you a Jamaican. And somebody says, when you renewed your British passport 4 times and waited 46 years to get a Jamaican passport, and when all we've gotten from you is you on a debate stage 6 days before the election, pulling out a document that we cannot even recognize to show us that, you were born in Jamaica, and up to now we don't have no verification of that. We're also trying to figure out how did Mark Golding manage to renew his passport with that old document, because until we get real proof, we're going to call it a document. All right, I like this. Somebody said, I am bringing my daughter to vote. She has a responsibility to keep my business alive. I love that. Big up yourself. Remember, I also told, big up, Ashton, big up, Andy, big up to everybody. Vote Jamaica. That's what we're saying. Big up also to those overseas who will not be able to make this election, like myself. You understand? Not that I'm bigging up myself, but I just know the circumstances, right? But bigging up to those who they will not make it for the election, but their support is here. Some people tell me, we've been talking to people on the ground. Yesterday I was asking people, go and vote, go do it for me. And then my member say, we're in a different constituency, so that never did go work. Not at all. You understand what I said to you? That wasn't going to work. But it would still be for a Jamaica Labour Party candidate. It would still be the same. So, and just remember, it is still not too late to tell people to vote. Go and vote. If you're your friend, your family member, some parents, you have adult children, just know that it is that critical that we tell people who have a vote to go out and vote and go out and vote early. It's very, very important. Right? So Mark Golding have no business in a Jamaica. I mean, it doesn't even have a house in Jamaica. And this is the person on the ballot right now. The person who was one of the chief beneficiaries of the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich. And that was through government corruption. And unfortunately, too many people don't know what FinSAC is. But let's stay on message. Somebody said, I'd love to go and vote. Silvera, okay, let me see if that's somebody that is just in the chat messing around. Let me know what your constituency is, Silvera, right? But let me go ahead and I think there are some other messages. Cliff Hughes has some predictions for us too, so I think I want to, let me see if I can find that. Let me see if this is it right here. Yeah, man, I want to play some messages today. Let me see if this is the one.
It's sticking by a call last evening. 37 minimum. It's sticking by a call last evening. 37 minimum for the JLP, 41 maximum. Okay. You?
I tell you, I'm not in the business of election forecasting.
Oh, are you afraid? You're afraid.
I have no reason to know. Here's what I say. That will be done and your kingdom come.
Yes.
That's it.
Well, let me tell you, based on the polling I've seen from Blue Dot, yes, going up and down the country, talking with people, I think I have a pretty good grasp of the competitive marginals, yeah, and where they're leaning, and the messaging, the campaign that we assessed this evening. I think this is going to be my 9th or 10th general election covering in Jamaica. You know when a party is about to lose an election, yeah? And I think the Labour Party has its nose in front, more than nose. I think they are comfortably, yeah, going to eke out a majority tomorrow.
The caveat, of course, being organization, organization, organization.
All right, so I think I missed what Cliff Hughes said a while ago, so I'm going to go ahead and play that again.
Is sticking by a call last evening. 37 minimum. Is sticking by a call last evening. 37 minimum for the JLP, 41 maximum. Okay.
All right, so Cliff Hughes says 37 minimum for the JLP. What did he say? 41 maximum? Actually, so that's pretty close. But I wouldn't word my position the way he does. So yesterday I said I'm willing to wager on what? 43, yeah? And I never stated a minimum yesterday. I probably shouldn't. Maybe sometime yesterday, but I did. In my mind, I was thinking 39. But we know that these are just predictions. Cliff Hughes says that he has covered about what, 10 election cycles before. So, but it feel good for you, say, based on the numbers that I put down and I wrote it down, that I'm moving this close. Of course, I wouldn't say it's my professional. It's rooted in deep historical research, but just on my, my own thing. So somebody's a professional conman with fake birth certificate. I'm telling you. So Andy is saying, my prediction, JLP 53 seats, PNP 10 seats. I noticed, Andy, that a lot of people, they have some very ambitious numbers, and I know that's possible too. I strongly believe, but I wouldn't put that out there. I'd rather give a number that's reasonable, and then I keep what my true desire or hope is, But the only way that is going to happen is if people go out in record numbers, yeah, and vote for the JLP. Somebody just said a while ago, PNP for the win. Come on now. PNP have not done anything for us to even be considering that they're going to win this election, just to put it out there. So that because we're not coming out and saying, oh, JLP is going to win now, that is not even it. We're just looking at it for what it is right now. There's no way that we're looking for them to win this election. By the way, I saw a piece of news yesterday that said that some people, they have a lot of fake IDs, and that's something they have to check. We know that Dayton had come out and he talked about integrity lamp. We know that they put out some foolishness the other day about they're leading in 47 constituencies. All right, Mr. Raffington saying 43 like myself. Excuse me. Big up, Mr. Raffington. Anybody else? If you have any if you have any predictions, remember, you can predict, but you have no control. I'm sure some people will be losing money because they're wagering on this election based on seats, based on parties, based on individual constituencies. I know a lot of that is going on because Jamaica people love gamble, and they love to put their money where their mouth is. Well, in a lot of cases, you understand me. What else do we have out here that we can play for the people? You understand me? Let's play this message. So, folks, it's not too late to make up your mind to vote for the JLP. Yes, please hit the like. I'm seeing 244 visible right now. I'm only seeing 40 likes. If you
That great deficit of caliber political candidate.
So if you're using a mobile phone right now, just go ahead and double tap your mobile screen. That should register as a like. Somebody said 3726 PNP. Somebody says 52. And somebody said Mikhail is going, if I'm not going to use that term there. But Mikhail is out. I like that. We are counting on Damian Young to take that seat now. By the way, Northern Trelawney, if you're here in the house, big up on yourself. Everybody know that that's the seat that I've supported the most. And I say that without no apology, because that's right close to my constituency there at East Central, Ed Bartlett's constituency. And I want them to develop Trelawney Northern because, you know, I have all kinds of interests in Trelawney Northern. You understand me? So I'm banking on that seat, and my support is with Tova. So North Trelawney, just remember to vote for Tova because Wickham Day is over. You understand me? At Tova have the appeal. Run where Wickham McNeil. And that's what I want them to know. Big up to the Westmoreland seats. We're looking at the Westmoreland seats. We're looking at Mirage over there in St. Mary. We're looking at a lot of people. Right? But everything is going to come down to the votes. Everything is going to come down to the votes. Everything is going to come down to the votes. And the people, make sure you put your X beside the bell.
Must have.
Pay attention.
That you could send back a political reject like.
I'm going to play that message shortly. Put your X beside the bell. Do not bring your own pencil. Use the pencil that's provided by the polling station. And mark your X properly. Don't make it forward outside of the box. Put a proper X there that nobody can, question. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do. Right? Good morning, Steady. Big up yourself, Dennis. And yes, I like that Leonie Lioness. It's time that Wickham be sent into retirement. He had his chance in Western Westmoreland for about 4 or 5 terms. Failed to develop the people. And again, folks, remember the 250-page book of achievements is out there, the manifesto. Look at the minimum wage. The minimum wage will be doubling by the end of the next term. So big up to those who will be voting for the minimum wage. I find it very interesting. You know that song there, the message, their popular song about my father Banya. One of the lines in that song is, we hit them with the minimum wage. Andrew, hit them with the minimum wage. Frustrate them. Big up to all the conscious Jamaicans who will not be voting based on the 3.5 scam and the lie. Remember, all the economists and everybody out there, them don't tell them already that it cannot work. And that's because with all the promises that they've made in their promifesto and their conifesto and their scamifesto, there is no way that they will be able to do those things and not compromise the economy. That's why Mark Golding is so dangerous. Remember, when Mark Golding touched FinSAC, FinSAC became the greatest transfer of wealth between the poor and the rich. Mark Golding is here, stopping Jamaica from becoming, our own sovereign state, moving on to become a republic. Mark Golding is blocking that. He was in the greatest transfer of wealth. He was a part of engineering that. So we're not looking at somebody that has done any good. Mark Golding put his hand again on the Integrity Commission, and you see what's going on. Confusion. Them send out manifesto confusion. Budget presentation confusion. Everything that they do, they always have to come back and do something else. All right, let me just remove this person. Thank you. You understand me? Everything Mark Golding puts his hands on, you understand me, turn bad. Yes, Rhoda, Central Manchester have our eyes there, Soto. Central Manchester, do the right thing. Keep the worker in office. Keep Rhoda Crawford in office. South Manchester, vote for Ian Ives. You got to do that. West, Team James. Make sure you vote for for Garfield James in West. Make sure you vote for George in Central. Make sure you vote for Danny. East Westmoreland, vote for Danny. Don't be nyami. You understand me? Vote for Danny, man. And don't vote for Ian Hales. Ian Hale belong in jail. We said it yesterday. Let me give you a message as we go.
Things that look good, man.
The people of St. Elizabeth block roads left, right, and what great deficit of caliber political candidates the PNP must have, that it would send back a political reject like Raymond Price.
Hit the like button.
The people of St. Elizabeth block roads left, right, and center to get rid of Price.
You're fired.
After they grew weary of his incompetence. And now, I gather he casually moved to Portmore, walking into bars with rum buckle and their arm from out and car, and tell people to vote for him as though he thinks they have forgotten who he is. Wickham McNeil, my God, Wickham McNeil has already served 4 terms in Parliament. The people of Westmoreland had enough. The people of Jamaica had enough. Have you no shame? Then Ian Hales. In all my life, I have never heard anyone say a good word about Ian Hales.
Oh, time come. What time come for? Feel go be heaven.
God Almighty.
Not the JLP, not the PNP, not even man when name Hales. You have had your chances, sirs. And you made waste while the sun shined. Your time is up. Pack it up.
Blade again. The hypocrisy from UNO PNP supporters. 9 years Andrew Holness in power, leading Jamaica. We find fault at everything, The complaints that people want water. Complain about light. Complain about road. Complain about hospital need this and need that healthcare system. Complain about jobs and salary increase. No credit whatsoever when they give this administration for the 9 years them in a power. 1989 to 2007. 18 years under the PNP. 2007 to 2011. 4 years ago schooling. 2012 to 2016. And next 4+ years. Call it 5 years for Portia Simpson. Check it. 26 years me go now. 26 me ago, not 27. 26 years me go now. 22 out of the 26 years there, run by the People's National Party. Listen to me, Jamaican people. 22 years out of 26, the PNP were in power. Why would I never talk about salary increase and jobs? Why never talk about light, water, road? Why never complain and criticize for a party will lead 22 years out of 26 years? Everything should have right now Jamaica, but a man in a power for 9 years. We don't want to redo over the whole of Jamaica and make it look like heaven skies. Be a hypocrite, man. PNP people, man.
Me not to be a labor right. Me didn't have to be a labor right.
You hear though? Yeah, man. All these failed PNP politicians didn't do anything when they had the power to serve the people, but now they're running around looking for seats. Dayton is one of them. Bunting is one of them too. Make sure South Manchester go out and make sure you vote in record numbers. East, Westmoreland, all when PJ come out and beg people to vote for Dayton, do not do it. Dayton's hometown run him away by over 2,000 votes. Somebody said the other day that Dayton doesn't even have a constituency office down at East Westmoreland. But that for sure you say, all them a do a look at seats so him can go to parliament, go run up his mouth, because him love run mouth, you know. Right? This man a while ago just say what? 22 out of 26 years PNP had the country. What did they do with that time? Time is money. And all PNP do with the time is use their time to use taxpayers' money to play party politics, take care of their one another while they neglect the country. Because Jamaica has elected PNP for so long, enough people in 2025 still don't have good roads, still don't have water, and the JLP administration is doing their very best. You see, it's time now we stop the flip-flop voting in Jamaica. You can't just be voting or you decide that you're going to vote for PNP because you're tired of JLP or you need a change. That's ignorant, right? If you know the history of the PNP and how they have harmed Jamaicans and wrecked the economy, especially for the younger ones, you wouldn't be talking like that, right? So, again, if you're on your way to the polling station, big up, check in and let me know. It's not too late to hit the thumbs up button. Go ahead and double tap your screen and hit the thumbs up button. I'm going to give you all a little entertainment while I wait for you all to go ahead and hit the like button. Come on now, hit the thumbs up and get me to about 150 likes right now, family. Hit the thumbs up button, man. Hit the thumbs up button, double tap your screen.
Andrew, the best boy, yeah. He build road, house, provide water, labor rights,
Mary P, big up.
Turn my lord, turn my lord, turn my lord, turn my lord, turn my lord.
Come on, we're moving too slow. Hit the thumbs up button right now, family.
Win election. Win election. Turn my lord, 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 turn my lord. Throw them overboard. And Joel said it down. My goal could have turned. Win election.
Give me some more likes.
Win election. And Joel said it down. My goal could have turned. Win election. Win election. Best Prime Minister.
Man, I'm sure I will be going live later on again But family, listen. So I noticed PNP, they love to watch my channel, you know. Every time I go live, whether it's PNP or whether it's friends or enemies, they love to just sit and watch and not do any activity. They don't comment or they don't like. But thank you. That's a good thing. I appreciate the attention because what we're saying over here is true. A lot of Jamaicans abroad, I think those are older comments, so let me see if I can get current with it. Right, so yeah man, PNP love to talk about time come. But they cannot give a proper account for what they did with their time. And it's just funny to me how all they keep doing is in every time they're supposed to campaign on some kind of past achievement or track record or even some sensible promise for the future, right? All they do is they blow their chances because for too long in Jamaica, we did not vote for policies. We voted for personalities. My brethren, Eddie Trent, big up yourself. Right? Althea, I'm not sure what you're saying right there. Let me scroll up and see what she's saying. A lot of Jamaicans vote because of what their parents did. Yes, we can address that too. And the young lady said it earlier on in a video I played earlier on. We have to move away from that mentality. Voting, when you see what PNP could have done had they managed the affairs of the country the right way, then you must have asked yourself, then, you know, PNP come like you know a relationship with somebody who never treated you very well, you know. And because you've been with them so long, it's like you almost tell yourself that this is how relationships are and this is how people treat you when you're in relationships. And then you move on to somebody else and the treatment that you get, you have to say, hold on there. Then we never know so this did even possible. That is kind of what's happening right now with the JLP. The JLP has demonstrated to the Jamaican people that with proper management of the country's affairs, providing the resources for the security forces to reduce crime, and we're seeing crime being reduced at a level that it's never been in the last 30 years. And even with all that, even with that happening, right, there are people who still hold on to party politics. And unfortunately, a lot of people have bought into the lie about corruption. Thanks for the participation. I'm seeing a lot of comments right now. You understand me? Somebody say, good morning, Steady. Is this an open bottle? Yes. The open bottles are in another location. One of them are open. About two of these behind me are open. Right? Somebody said, we better start voting for performance. I agree, Mirella. PNP will not like the Steady. They are so hypocritical. Very much so. Never, Jamaica people haven't been voting for performance. I can take a sip, man. Once we win the election, then I'll take a shot. That's a good idea. You know, I'll take a shot on the show, right? But we have not voted for policies. And I know a part of this has to do with the fact that for a long time, let's look at it. Because I looked at the numbers, you know. A lot of people were voting for Manley because they were so in love with Manley. By the time Manley stepped away, about 10% of those who used to vote, they stopped voting. They were in the We've been in the 80s and high 70s. I think in 72, in the 70s, it was like 79% of the voting population. Yeah. And then even after he lost the 80s, Siaga took care of the 80s. He boycotted the 83 one. People still went out and they voted in record numbers for Manley, similarly to what they just did after they suffered under Manley so much. So the truth of the matter is that our history is pretty sad in terms of how we've made voting decisions. We've voted on personality on PJ due to the PNP culture for so long. Then after Manley, then come PJ with the whole black man time now. And that was another way again to sweet up the Jamaican people, but not really do anything for them. And then the worst destruction. Okay, some trolls are in the chat, so let me take some time to wish them a great day right now. All right, let me see who else is there. Just having a jolly good time and not really talking about what we're talking about. So if anybody else see them, just drop their names there so I can do it, because I'm talking and I'm just glimpsing them as I go along. But we voted. Crime escalated under PJ. Right? The economy went down. We had FinSac. And it's sort of unfortunate. Let me see if I can. No, I don't want to play. I don't want to play this one yet. But I'm telling you, I had a recording with somebody from FinSac. I need to get their permission to figure out what we put out at this point and what we don't. So I just don't want to do it. But I do have that information that's coming. The people who really went through it under FinSac, people who lost their home due to bad government policy and how terrible it was under PNP. All the businesses that shut down, 44,000 businesses. PNP is bad for the private sector, and the private sector is one of the main engines to drive the economy. And that's something that they've never understood. That's why it is so easy for them to tell you that they're going to write off loans for student loans, 3.5 threshold. They're going to give 500,000 deposit on house that have rent to own when NHT is providing 100% financing, but they're promising these things. They're talking about rent to own when we have a housing shortage in Jamaica. So we're talking about a party that has mastered the art. I even saw a recording with Damon Crawford joking about making promises, apparently, and it was just a trick, and he's talking about Trixie. So look out for PNP Trixie party today. So if you are on your way to the polling station right now, and you are a die-hearted PNP, if you're on your way to the polling station right now and you've been undecided and you decided that you wanted to try PNP, I'm telling you, change your mind. Change your mind. Right? Right now we're talking about we pay down the debts that PNP hike up and placed on the backs of the people. The JLP has paid down that debt. And now, income tax, we're reducing it by 10%. Minimum wage, I got double. People going to Heart. You get incentives to go to Heart. You get pay for go Heart. Because Dr. Andrew Holness understands how important it is. So for those who think that when the JLP forward and say, we're going to do these things, the JLP has the track record to do these things. The JLP is not like the PNP who make a bag of promises such as pothole 3 by 2000, pothole free by 2003, but it never happened. These are not another G program and the crash program. We're talking about a government that is looking at society. And remember, very, very important when you're going to vote today. I'm talking about the minimum wage earners now. Minimum wage earners. You think about it. In 2015, minimum wage under PNP, minimum wage was 5,600. 2016, minimum wage. New administration, a forward in. It was 6,000. And today, right? Minimum wage is 16,000. So with that track record alone, it tells you that this administration really cares about the poor. PNP no care about, you know. Over in, I think this is in Central St. Mary, the one with Maraj there, right? I saw a video today. Some people taking videos of the road and they're saying, give Maraj a chance so you can get carpets too. Look at how Action An has transformed East Portland. Look at what Tova is doing in North Trelawney. Look at the work Danny is doing in East Westmoreland. Look at how Donovan Williams is working hard in Central Kingston. Give these people a chance to continue. Don't forget Warren Newby, Northwest Clarendon. Give Warren Newby a chance to serve you and to make life better for you. Do not vote for these politicians who just keep moving from place to place, but it's the same thing that they keep doing. And I'm going to make another appeal to the lady that was talking about how nothing go on for them in a Angela Brown Burke constituency. I'm appealing to the PNP strongholds, the garrisons. Please send the PNP a very strong message. Vote for the minimum wage and stop voting for chicken back and orange t-shirts. Why don't I have more likes? And all I am doing is I am speaking facts. Let's get more likes on the Steady Show this morning because I'm talking good to the people. Hit the like button, get me to about 150 right now. And that may I beg enough to do. You understand me? Let's see what's going on right here. Get me to about 150 likes, man. Sure.
Hello, no, I'm representing fee. 2 over. Hear that? 1 2 over. Someone will say 2 over. Bossa Blanca. Come on. Boy, them a run case. Who that a talk about them a run case? Ask anybody for the JLP. Everybody know 2 over run the place. We know.
Come on, Chilani, man. Let's get it in. Get it into the box for Tova. And that may I tell you, Chilani. And so, Chilani, get it in for Mama D. You understand me? Get it in the box for Heroy Clark, man. Ed Bartlett. Horace Chang, man. Get it in the box for them. Get it in the box for Malahu Fort. Get it in the box for all the St. James seats. Right? St. Anne Monona serious already. Northeast, Southwest. You understand me? Get it into the box. Even in a Lisa Hanna constituency, take that one to let's go fully green over there. You know what I mean? And like we say, go out and vote early. Vote for the Jamaica Labour Party. So big up to North Carolina and big up to Tova. You understand me? Vote for Tova.
Hell no, I'm representing fee. Two over. Hear that? One two over. Someone who say two over, Bossa Blanca. Come on. Boy, them a run place. Who better talk about them a run place? Ask anybody from the JLP. Everybody know who run the place. We know.
Wife, you want to look good at a dance. And that we are telling her right now. Vote for Tova. And vote for all these MPs who they've worked so hard and they've done so well in their first term. Give them another chance, man. Somebody said, talking good, love your show. Thank you so much, Althea. I'm in another country. Simone not able to vote. However, my vote is in Central St. Catherine, which is Babs's seat. Somebody's saying that. Simone, big up yourself same way. You don't know it go already. You understand me? Large up to everybody that joined the show. And listen, I'm not going to stay much longer because this is just a warm-up show, you know. I'm definitely a forward later. So here's what I'm going to say right now. Family, for those who will be going out to vote today, please be safe. Go out early. Them say the earliest bird catch the most worm, right? Go out early if you can. Some people will not be able to go out early. Good morning, and today is the day. Thank you so much for all you do for us. You're most welcome. And thank you all for your support. You understand me? Yes, Robert Miller. Vote for Robert Miller, man. Vote for them. Keep the JLP working. Keep the JLP working. You see, PNP, they feel very entitled to the seats that they've held for a long time. They feel very entitled to these seats. But the PNP and everybody know that PNP been acting like it's their country. And we remember there was a time when it was PNP country. To the point where Aluna Samba could go a hotel, go stand up and talk over a microphone about she challenged the business community, set up civic groups, but they ensure that they're full of PNP people because they have an agenda. A lot of Jamaicans don't know, and I want to talk to the labor rights who you decide that you never go vote to them. I go beg you no. Go and vote. The councillor said the other day that what she admires about the PNP is that them say even if a dog or a goat them put in an orange, they're going to vote for them. That's why we don't want any labor rights refusing to vote because you have a problem. Somebody called me some time ago and they were talking about some issues in their constituency. And I said, do you have the number? No, you don't have the number. I said, all right. I look for the number. I gave them the number. And I said, if you don't get through, give me a call. But do not. I said, do you believe that Dr. Andrew Holness is a great prime minister? He said, yes. And I said, well, you cannot afford not to vote. Remember, elections in the past have been determined by 5 votes, 11 votes, 15 votes, 20 votes. Every single vote matters. So don't sit it out, family. If you're not happy with your MP, then why would you risk losing that representation to bring in PNP who they don't work? So don't do that. Vote for Dr. Andrew Holness. We're talking to every single conscious Jamaican. Runners, help them. Do what you're supposed to do. Who can help? Help the people to get the ballots in the boxes. You understand me? Let's see. Good morning, Steady and Labour Rights. We first to vote for Dr. Andrew Holness. You understand me? I like that. And if you're here and you vote already, you understand me? Let me know that you voted already. If you vote, if you're on your way to the polling station, let me know. Every vote counts, family. Every single vote counts. Yeah? So, if you can't go to vote, remember to encourage people to go and vote. Clearly, I'm talking good because the likes have improved, but it's not where we would like to see them yet. Go ahead and hit the like button. Somebody say, it doesn't matter what you and the MP have, go and vote for your PM. Yes, man. It's very critical. Never you make them, do not stay home. The only people that should be staying home today are the PNP people who already decide that they will never ever vote JLP, because that is how a lot of PNP are conditioned. So Labour Rights, when you think about the fact that enough PNP, they're going to vote PNP today, not because they are happy with their MP or their councillor or their workers. They're going to vote PNP because they love their party. We want you to vote JLP today because you love what's happening in Jamaica right now and you know it's better than it's ever been. We want you to go out and vote because you love Dr. Andrew Holness. You love development. Excuse me. You love what has happened with the school bus system. You love the raising of the minimum wage. You love the improvement in the public transportation system. Rural areas are now benefiting from that. You love the fact that a lot of people who never had water before, they have it now. The improvements that are coming in terms of healthcare, the improvements that are coming in now, the fact that unemployment is the lowest it's ever been, crime is the lowest it's ever been. You cannot risk those things and not go out and vote. You have to go out and vote, and we want everyone to go out and vote decisively and resoundingly for the Jamaica Labour Party. I want us to vote the PNP out in record numbers. I want us to vote them into a place of shame. I don't want us to even let them have to come and question who won the election, such as what happened in the local government election. No, we don't want anything like that to happen. We want to vote them back into the political wilderness where they belong. Vote them out to the point where they have no choice but to keep quiet, at least for about 1 or 2 years, rebuild themselves and recommit to the Jamaican people under a new leadership and come with some policies, figure out how to debate, how to be a good opposition that offer good alternatives for the sitting government, so that we can say, yes, they serve a real great purpose in the country. Right now, PNP no serve no purpose with them blood and fire comrades behavior. They don't serve no purpose. This is not what we put them in office to do. This is not what we want from our taxpayers paying dollars. No, that's not what we want. We need a good opposition that can present or help to improve sound policies that will protect and preserve. So today is not just about you're not voting because you're happy. You're voting because you are a protector. You're voting because you want to protect the Jamaican you want to protect democracy. You want to protect a good economy. You want to protect the rural school bus system, the public transportation system. You want to protect and preserve all the great things that's been placed in the book of achievements. Many things that weren't even placed in that book. The things that are in the manifesto. Remember, this administration and Dr. Andrew Holness also has the credibility to carry on. They tried to come up with the Integrity Commission. That didn't work. The Gleaner has been against them. The media, they have been against the JLP. Dr. Andrew Holness, today is the day to show up. And I'm glad I remember this statement. Family, today, we are the government. Today, election day, the people are the government. It is the people that are the government today, because it is the people that will be making that decision about who runs the country. So that is why it is so important that everybody use their vote. Thank you. I see people greening up the chat, so they clearly understand what I'm saying. This is not about me. This is about us. Right? Today will determine what happens. Today will determine what happens in the next 5 years. Do not be caught on the wrong side of history. Imagine a Jamaica where Mark Golding is Prime Minister. I wouldn't want to imagine it. The power is in your hands to ensure that Mark Golding never sees Jamaica House. Today you have the power to preserve what is happening in Jamaica and to secure what is to come. Do not throw it away. JLP, PNP, Patriots, uncommitted people or whatever, we're talking to you. Because you still can change your mind. Right at the point where you pick up the pen, you can change your mind. You can think about one thing, or at least a number of things that is happening and how your life improve right now. You hear what Vegas said earlier on? Enough people are fly down, but them are come vote for PNP, but and not just them alone. Big up to those flying down to come and vote JLP. Let's not forget the good things, right? So, make sure you hit the like button if I'm talking good. Hit the thumbs up. If you're using a mobile phone, just double tap your screen and it will register as a like. More people will get the video. If you can, go ahead and share the video. I see that the family is talking with me today, right? Let me ask you this. What would happen if Mark Golding became Prime Minister because you failed to do what you're supposed to do? The decisions that are made for us, the decisions that are made for us and made for our families. So together we're going to do it, family. You understand me? I said to you, The choice is in your hands. The choice is in your hands. The future, the future of Jamaica, the next 5 years in Jamaica begins today. Do not be caught on the wrong side of history. Make sure you go ahead and you put your X beside the bell. Family, thank you so much for talking to me. Make sure you hit the like button. I definitely plan to come back live today and talk to us about what's happening. So just consider this our first show. Go ahead and share. If you're on your way to the polling station, let me know. Right? Let me just pause this. By the way, for anything that's happening on the ground today and anybody want to send me any videos or any messages, you understand me, you can send it to 876-251-3028. One of the mods, please write that down. Somebody write it down for me. Let me go ahead. Let me go again. It's 876-251-3028. Thank you so much, family. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Motivate, inspire, lift up Jamaica. Ring the bell, knock up, back cover. Andrew, the best man, the best boy. In Bill Road, host, provide.
Go out early and vote.
Turn my lord, 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 turn my lord. Throw them overboard.
Go out early and vote. If you can go together, go together. Be safe. Put your X beside the bell. It is our day, family. And we say, read on the chat right now. Third term loaded. What them, family? Vote Labour.
Put the X beside the bell and make sure you remember. And to go and whop them one by one. Labour go and whop them 2 by 2. Third friend whop them 3 by 3. Best government fi run the country.
Family, thank you so much. Talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Happy voting.